Hello, my name is Pushpanandan. In this video, I will explain about the UPSC Civil Service Examination. The Civil Service Examination is a standardized test in India conducted by the Union Public Service Commission for recruitment to civil services in the Government of India, such as the All India Services, Diplomats, and Central Civil Services, both Group A and some post in Group B. Okay. See, UPSC, Union Public Service Commission, is a constitutional body. What constitutional body means is, in the Indian Constitution itself, it is mentioned that UPSC will be there, and the function of it is to recruit people for certain post, like the civil service post and engineering post, etc. Okay. See, the civil service examination will be of three phases: a preliminary examination consisting of two objective type papers. Paper 1 consisting of general studies, and paper 2 consisting of mathematics, logical reasoning, and comprehension. Okay, it is also called a CSAT, which means Civil Service Aptitude Test. Okay, the candidates qualifying the prelims will appear in the mains examination consisting of 9 papers of conventional descriptive type. Okay, in which 2 papers are qualifying and the rest 7 paper are accountable for the consideration of merit. The marks will be consideration for merit. Finally, there will be personality test, like it is not interview, personality test, where they will be the UPSC panel members will be checking the personality of the candidate who have been qualified till there. Okay, see, paper 1 consists of the preliminary exam consists of 2 papers, paper 1 and paper 2. They are objective type paper. What is objective type paper? There will be a question given and there will be options given where we need to mark the correct options. Okay, there will be negative mark for the wrong answers and positive mark for the correct answers. Okay, and the paper 2 consists of CSAT, which means like aptitude and other things will be there to check the aptitude of the candidate. First paper option 1 will be paper 1 will be for the general knowledge thing. Paper 2 will be for the aptitude of the candidate in the preliminary examination. And in the mains examination, 9 paper will be there. 2 will be of qualifying in nature. Qualifying in the nature means, say that out of 100 marks, certain marks will be there. You should score more than that. After you score more than that only, they will evaluate the remaining 7 paper. Okay, out of the 9 paper, 2 are in qualifying in nature. In both those 2 paper, you should qualify the minimum mark. Okay, after that they will keep it aside and the remaining 7 papers they will correct and they will put mark accordingly to the content of your paper. Okay, then there will be mains examination. Personality test. Okay, a successful candidate sits for 32 hours of examination during the complete process. Okay, and this process is of a 1-year process. Okay, now let me say the list of posts which are there under this civil service examination of UPSC. Okay, first there is All India Services, which is IAS, IPS. Okay, and IFS is also one All India Services. Here IAS means Indian Administrative Services, IPS means Indian Police Services, and IFOS, which means Indian Forest Service. That All India Service, not IFS, it is IFOS. Okay, Indian Forest Service. People who are getting selected in IAS will be in the administrative thing, like the district collector, all will be an IAS person. Okay, and they will be promoter, like they can go to secretariat and like parliamentary, there will be posting for them and all. It will be like how the career growth will be there. It will be of seniority basis. Okay, and IPS, Indian Police Service, the Director General of Police are there, right? There will be IPS. Okay, and then Indian Forest Service are there, and there are central services. What is central services? IFS, Indian Foreign Service. Okay, it is a diplomatic post. Then there is Indian Audit and Account Services, IAAS. Then there is Indian Civil Account Services, ICAS. Then there is Indian Corporate Law Services, ICLS, that is. Then Indian Defense Account Services, IDAS, that is. then Indian Defence Estate Services IDES, then Indian Information Services IIS, then Indian Postal Services IPOS, that is, then Indian P&T Accounts and Finance Services, which is IP ampersand TIFS. Okay, then Indian Railway Protection Force Services IRPFS. Okay, then there is Indian Revenue Service. Okay, in that there is two categories: Indian Revenue Service of income tax, then there is Indian Revenue Service of custom and indirect taxes. Okay, then there is Indian Railway Management Services IRMS, that is, it has three categories, suppose, like IRMS traffic, IRMS accounts, then IRMS personnel. Then there is Indian Trade Services ITRS, that is. Okay, these are all the Group A services. Then there is Group B. Okay, Group B is Armed Forces Headquarters Civil Services, like the abbreviation is AFHQCS. Then there is Delhi Andaman and Nicobar Islands Civil Services, that is DANICS. Then there is Delhi Andaman and Nicobar Island Police Services, which is DANIPS. Then there is Pondicherry Civil Services PONDICS. Then there is Pondicherry Police Service PONDIPS. Okay, these are all the services. Then let me say the process, how it is done. Every year the UPSC releases the notification for the civil service examination between January and February. During the month of January and February, between that month, the UPSC, Union Public Service Commission, will release the notification for the examination. Okay, the application process for the preliminary examination also occurs during this period. Application also will be submitted this time only. Admit card for the preliminary examination are typically issued 1 or 2 weeks prior to the examination. Say that the examination is in a particular day, 1 week or 2 weeks before they will publish the admit card of the examination. The preliminary examination is conducted during the last Sunday of May. See, January, February they are publishing the recruitment notification. We will be applying on that time. Then when the exam will happen is the last Sunday of May, which means like March, April, May. Okay, 3 months are there in the middle for you to prepare. But it's a vast syllabus, so you should be preparing for a long time. Usually the preparation of UPSC will take time. Okay, but it is worth it. What I will suggest is every people should prepare for UPSC. Even if they don't want to go to UPSC, it is not an issue. Like UPSC means don't want to go to civil service, also not an issue. But the knowledge while preparing for the UPSC will be so good that you will get to know a lot of things. You will see our country in a different perspective. You will know the reason for everything, reason behind everything. You will know each and everything, why this policy has came, why it is done like this, why the process is like that. You will get to know about everything if you prepare for UPSC civil service examination. Okay, so I would suggest everybody in India especially should prepare for UPSC for knowledge purpose at least. Okay, it's very good thing. Okay, the May month examination will be there, and the result will be declared within 2 to 3 weeks. Okay, after the examination, which is in June or July. Okay, the schedule of main examination will be in the August month. Okay, after if you are cleared preliminary exam, then you will be eligible to apply for the mains examination, and the mains examination will be during the August month. Okay, the main examination is conducted over a span of 5 days. Okay, see, preliminary examination it will be of 1 day. It will be 2 shift, morning shift and afternoon shift. Morning shift you will be writing the paper 1, okay, which is general knowledge related, and afternoon there will be paper 2, which will be like quants related, aptitude related, CSAT, civil service aptitude test. Then there will be mains examination after you qualify the prelims, and the mains examination will be for 5 days. Okay, 5 days. and spread across 2 weeks. Like 5 days means it will not be in a single, consecutive day, it will be spread across 2 weeks. Results for the mains are generally announced between 2 to 3 months. Preliminary examination result will come in 2 to 3 weeks, but for the mains it will come in 2 to 3 weeks. The reason is preliminary is an objective thing, like you will be marking, like mark will be calculated, but mains it will be a descriptive paper, so people will read what you have written, they will see the content, the value of content. Okay, so after evaluating that, the result will be published in 2 to 3 months. Candidates who qualify are then allowed to make correction and update information in the Common Application Form (CAF), formerly known as the Detailed Application Form (DIF). Okay, before it was DIF, now it is Common Application Form (CAF), including services preferences, interest, hobbies, and achievement. Okay, initially you will be filling the application, you will be putting many content, and after the mains examination, the result has been declared. Candidates who qualify are then allowed to make correction, updation in the Common Application Form. Okay, CAF. Which will include services preferences. What is service preference here? See, UPSC civil service examination is conducted for several posts, like 22 or 22 plus posts. So you can give the preferences. If you, like, say that you are the first ranked member in the UPSC civil service exam, what post do you want to go to? You can click whatever post you want in that list. You can click IFS, Indian Foreign Service, or Indian Administrative Service, Indian Police Service, or even if you can go directly select the group B post and keep in the first. It's according to your preference. You can keep, if you want to work in the Pondicherry, you can give the Pondicherry Administrative Services. Okay, like that. So your preference will be given accordingly, and other details you should fill in it. The personality test, which is the interview, is usually conducted between December and February. Okay, see, it is personality test, not interview. They will check your personality. Okay, if you go to a corporate, it will be an interview, because there they will check for your knowledge on their particular specific post. But this is a civil service, you will be given a lot of responsibilities, and you will be given a lot of power. Any responsibilities may come to you, many variety of jobs are there, duties are there. So here the personality plays a major role. Okay, and the first quality to become a civil servant, according to me, is virtue. Okay, so from now itself, practice being a virtuous person. Okay, so it will help you in life as well as in clearing this examination, and after clearing, to do your duty in a very good manner. Okay, after the final results of the successful candidates and other necessary formalities, the training program, such as the foundation course for the selected candidates, usually commences in July, August, or sometimes in September, in Lal Bahadur Shastri National Academy of Administration. Okay, what it means, what I said, there is preliminary exam. First you should apply for the UPSC civil service examination, then there will be preliminary examinations, mains examination, then personality test. After you qualified, according to your preference of the post, you will be given the post based on your ranking. Okay, and after that you will be given a training depend on the post you have been selected for. If you have been selected for Indian Administrative Service, your training will be for 2 years in Lal Bahadur Shastri Academy, which is in Mussoorie. If you are selected for any other post, IFS, IPS, or any other post, the foundation course will be in the Lal Bahadur Shastri Academy, okay, in Mussoorie. Then there are separate places where you will be given training. For example, if you are selected for IFS, Indian Foreign Service, the training will be in Delhi. If you have been selected for IPS, Indian Police Service, it will be in Hyderabad, like and so on. Okay, now let's come to the eligibility. Who are all eligible? Eligibility for the examination is as follows, like according to the nationality. Okay, you should be the citizen of India for Indian Administrative Services, Indian Police Service, and Indian Foreign Service. For these services, you must be a citizen of India. Then only you will be eligible for these posts, like these 3 posts: Indian Foreign Service, Indian Administrative Service, and Indian Police Service. Okay, For other services, the candidate must be one of the following, which is a citizen of India, a citizen of Nepal, or a subject of Bhutan, or a Tibetan refugee who settled permanently in India before 1st January 1962, or a person of Indian origin who has migrated from Pakistan, Myanmar, Sri Lanka, Kenya, Uganda, Tanzania, Zambia, Malawi, Zaire, Ethiopia, or Vietnam with the intention of permanently settling in India. These are all the conditions for the eligibility of other posts except the 3 posts which I said initially. And let's come to the educational qualification. Okay, see, eligibility is there. One is, the first eligibility is the nationality. Second, like there should be eligibility of education, right? What is that one? All candidate must have a minimum of one educational qualification, which means like they all should be graduate. Okay, graduate means they should have completed college or anything like that, similar. So let's see what are all those things. All candidate must have a minimum of the educational qualification of college degree, a degree from a central, state, or a deemed university. They should have a degree from there. A degree received through correspondence or distance education. Okay, a degree should be there in this means. Otherwise a degree from a open university. A qualification recognized by the government of India as being equivalent to one of the above. Okay, the main educational qualification is that they should be a graduate, they should hold a degree or a qualification recognized by the government of India as being equivalent to one of the above. Okay, the following candidates are also eligible but must submit proof of the eligibility from a competent authority at their institute or university at the time of mains examination. Okay, failing which they will be not allowed to attend the examination. For what are all the qualifications here? Education thing. Candidate who have appeared in an examination, the passing of which would render them educationally qualified enough to satisfy one of the above points. This is one thing. Candidate who have passed the final examination of the MBBS degree but have not yet completed an internship. Okay, for them. Then candidates who have passed the final of ICAI or ICSI or ICWAI. Okay, otherwise a degree from a private university, otherwise a degree from any foreign university recognized by the Association of Indian Universities. These are all the qualifications regarding educational qualification. Then let's come to the age. Okay, the candidate must have attained the age of 21 years and must not have attained the age of 32 for general category candidates as on 1st August of the year of the examination. Okay, and prescribed age limits vary with respect to caste reservation. See, what they are saying is, for appearing for the civil service examination of UPSC, you should be at least 21 years of age. Okay, then there is a maximum age limit and it varies based on the caste you belong to. If you are a general category candidate, the maximum age limit is 32, and there are other categories in India, right? Like OBC, other backward class, then scheduled caste and scheduled tribe, and other sections are there, right? Sections mean like people who have worked in the army, like defense, or physically challenged people. For them and all, there are different age criteria. Let me explain those things. For other backward classes, the upper age limit is 35. For general category, it is 32. For OBC category people, it is 35. Okay, and for the scheduled caste and scheduled tribe category people, it is of the age limit is of 37. Okay, for defense service personnel disabled in operation during hostilities, the age limit is 40. Like if you have worked in any defense services and you have been disabled in the any operations during hostilities, your age limit is 40. Okay, for candidates belonging to ex-servicemen, including commissioned officers and ECOS or SSCOS who have rendered military services for at least 5 years, okay, as of 1st August of the year and have been released. Okay, for PWD candidates, the age limit is 37. Okay, person with disability. For domicile of Jammu and Kashmir from 1st January 1980 to 31st December 1989, the age limit is of 32 years. Okay. For economically weaker section, the standard age limits apply, which is of general category 32. Okay, these are all the age category, and there are number of attempts also. There is an age category from 21 to 32 for general, 35 for OBC, 37 for SC ST, physically handicapped 37. Okay, likewise. So likewise there is an examination number of attempts also. How much time you can attempt for the civil service examination, which is for general category a maximum of 6 attempts is allowed. After that they are not allowed or eligible to apply for the civil service examination. For OBC category candidate it is of 9 attempts. For SC ST candidates the attempt is unlimited. They can try n number of time, but with age limit as the criteria, which is 37. Okay, see, what is that attempting criteria? If you have applied for the examination, will it count as an attempt? No. So there it is mentioned, appearing to attempt one of the papers in the preliminary examination is counted as an attempt. Okay, including disqualification or cancellation of candidature. Okay, however, applying to sit the examination but failing to attend is not counted as attempt. Here what they are saying is, you are applying for the examination, that will not count as an attempt. But if you have sat in the examination, like preliminary examination, and wrote one paper or sat, you will be giving attendance, right? Then it will be counted as attempt. Even if you are disqualified for any reason, or your candidature is cancelled for any reason, that will be also counted as attempt. Okay, so now there is a restriction for applying for civil service examination, which is it has come newly. Okay, the reason being, say that you want to become an IAS officer. Okay, so you have written the preliminary, mains, and given the personality test, and you got selected also. Okay, but you got selected for IPS, or you wanted to go to an IFS post, but you got selected for IFS, or anything like that such. So what people generally do, say that you wanted to go to IAS, you wrote the examination, but you got IFS posting, but you will take that posting, you will go for the training, and then you will be writing for the next year's examination to get the IAS post. Then if you get the IAS post, then you will drop this and go and join as IAS, because you were eligible to do like that before. But what happens here, the government is spending a lot of money on you in giving you training. Some other people will be also appearing for the examination, who they wanted like any post in the which is listed in the civil service examination, but you got that post, but you were interested in some other post. So next time you wrote, you scored more marks, then you got that post, but you are dropping that. And last time one person would have been like, it might have been his last chance, because you got and he was not able to get that, so you would have lost that chance. But it is nothing wrong, because of you getting, because you got it by your effort. But next time what you are doing, you want another post, now you are dropping that post, which has affected some other person negatively, because you are not even going to stay in that post for that reason. Like that, there are many such reasons. So for that, the UPSC has came in, put some restriction, like from 2026. Okay, I will explain what is that restriction on applying for the civil service examination since 2026. IAS and IFS from previous exams. A candidate who is already appointed in the IAS or IFS, Indian Foreign Service, from an earlier exam and continues to be a member of that service is not eligible to appear for the next civil service examinations while they are there in that post, IAS or IFS. If you want to apply again for different post, you can resign from that post and then apply for the examination. If a candidate is appointed to IAS or IFS after the preliminary examination but continues in service, they shall not be eligible for the mains examination even if they qualify in the prelims. Okay, If such a candidate joins IAS or IFS after the commencement of mains but before the results are declared, they shall not be considered for any services based on the new examinations. Already there you are in a post, okay, you applied for the another time, but you are holding a post and you are writing for some other examination. If you get selected also, but you didn't resign, right? You were there in the previous post, so you will not be considered for any other services. Okay, this is for IAS and IFS. Now let's come to IPS, Indian Police Service, from previous examination. A candidate who has been selected or appointed to IPS based on the earlier examination shall not be eligible to choose or be allotted to IPS in next examination. What they are saying here, if you are already selected as IPS, okay, then you are applying again and you are going for IPS, means it is not allowed. Why you will go again for IPS if you are already been selected? Here it is because of the posting. See, once you apply for the appearing for the civil service examination, you will be giving like what post you want, whether you want IFS or IPS or IAS or any other such post. And after that you will be asked to give the preference of the posting also, like in which cadre you want to be there. Like you want to be in that you want to be in the southern part of India cadre, any southern part of India cadre like Kerala, Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, Karnataka, or in central part of India, Chhattisgarh, Madhya Pradesh, or in northern part of India, or in eastern part of India or western part of India. Like many states are there, right? You will be able to give preference into which post you want to go. Say that you want to become an IPS officer and your home state is Tamil Nadu. You give Tamil Nadu as your home posting, preference, but based on the mark, you some other person who gave Tamil Nadu as their posting for IPS, you both are IPS people, you got IPS seat in that. Based on the mark, yeah, that person has got Tamil Nadu cadre, and Tamil Nadu cadre vacancy got filled, okay, for that year. And then you will be given the next preference which you have given, but you want Tamil Nadu posting itself, you have been given some other state, so you will be you are planning to apply again for the examination, so that you another year is going to pass, you will be much more seasoned in the preparation, so you will be able to score much more mark, so you may get the chances of you getting are there more. So while doing like that, the training is being given parallelly in the time which is an expense for the government. And then some other, if you are going to resign from the post or discontinue, means some other person can get that. For this reason they have kept this checks and balances. Now, candidates allotted IPS or central group A, okay, through civil service examination, these candidates can appear in the civil service examination in otherwise eligible subject to the following. They must obtain one-time exemption from joining training for the services allotted through the civil service examination to appear for the next civil service examination. Okay, see, whatever I explained previously till now, it is for the person, like the previous examination results. I was saying about the 2025 civil service recruitment process and applying for the 2026 things. Now it is for the 2026 one. Candidate allotted IPS or central group A services through civil service examination 2026. This candidate can appear for the 2027 if allows otherwise eligible subject to the following, which means they should obtain one-time exemption from joining training for the services allotted through civil service examination 2026 to appear for the civil service examination 2027. They shall join only the foundational course training. These are all the conditions I'm saying. If they neither join training nor take exemption, the service allotted for them in the civil service examination 2026 will be cancelled. Okay, they are recommended in civil service examination 2027. They may choose the services from the earlier 2026 or 2027 and join the training for 2027. Others will be cancelled. See, what here their meaning is, I explained about IAS, IPS, actually IAS, IPS, and IFS about the criteria, and there are other Group A services, right? In those services, say that you wanted to go to one of the Group A services, but you got another Group A service. So in that, you can apply for the other things also again. Like next year also you can apply for the examination, and in the next time you got that the post which you desired itself, or you got under some other post which you don't prefer as much as the post which you got in the first time. In that time you will be having an option to select like which post you want to go to. Okay, so let me give an example here. So say that you wanted to go to a Group A service of civil account service, but in this one time which you wrote, you got Indian audits and account services, but you want to go to civil account service. So here what you have an option is, it is a Group A service. Here you can give the next year civil service examination also. In that if you are getting that Indian audit service, or if you are not, that is your desired post, say that is your desired post, but you have not, you got means, then you will be having an option. Earlier you got Indian civil account service, and now you have got Indian audits and account service. Here if you want, like you will be able to cancel the previous post which you got Indian civil account service, and you will be able to, you can choose the Indian audits and account service because you got eligible for this time. But say that another scenario where in that in the second attempt also you didn't got the Indian audits and account service which you wanted to go, but you got Indian corporate law services. Then you are comparing which one you want to go, Indian civil account service or Indian corporate law service. Here you prefer, say that you prefer Indian civil account service which you got through the previous examination. Here you can cancel that current post which you got, and you can join the previous post. These are all the flexibilities which has been given. Okay. Now let me go further. If they are not allotted any service in civil service examination 2027, they can join the previous allotted service in 2026. Here what they are meaning is, in 2026 you apply for the examination, you got a service, but you want some other service in a Group A. You got Group A service, but you want some other service, so Group A or Group A any service. Next time you wrote, but you were not able to clear the examination because competition became tougher. Many peer competitors were able to perform better than you, they got more marks, say. So you were not able to get any sheet. In that scenario you will be able to join the previous post which you have got. Okay, so this is the flexibility which has been given. If they do not join the training for either of the civil service examination this year or next year, like 2026 or 27, both allocation will be cancelled. Okay, the seniority will be declared according to the joining the service from 2026 or 2027. Seniority shall not be lowered. Okay, see, in this civil service examination, like in this government job and all, seniority plays a role. Okay, based on seniority the promotion will be there in many cases. Okay, they are not allowed to appear for civil service examination 2028 or later unless they resign from the allotted services. Here what they are saying, here the rules of the IAS IPS comes. IAS IFS, you got Group A service, the flexibility which were there is for the next consecutive year only. It's not for the next year and all, or further. If in that case you want to apply for any other post, means you should resign from the post which you are currently holding, which you have got through civil service examination or any civil service post. Okay, if they want to use the remaining attempts after one-time exemption, they must not join any of the service allotted from the 2026 and 27. Such allocation shall be automatically cancelled. Candidates allotted services in civil service examination 2025 or earlier are given one-time opportunity to appear to the civil service examination 2026 or civil service examination 2027 to utilize remaining attempts without resigning. To appear in civil service examination 2028 or later, they must resign from the allotted post. Okay, this is about the flexibility and checks and balances here. Now let's come to preliminary examination. The pattern of preliminary examination, also known as prelims exam, up to 2010 was based on the recommendation of Kothari Commission of the 1979. It includes two examinations, one of general studies worth 150 mark, and the second of one of the 23 optional subject worth 300 mark. Okay, this was the thing until 2011 when it was revamped. Revamped means they have changed. Okay, the preliminary pattern was sustained with only a minor changes once every 10 years to 15 years. But from 2011 onwards, the preliminary examination intends to focus on analytical abilities and understanding rather than the ability to memorize. Okay, the new pattern includes two paper of 2 hours duration. Okay, and 200 mark each. Both paper have multiple choice objective question. They are as follows. Okay, what they are meaning, what they mean here is, what do they mean by, like, now analytical is also important before, like not just memorizing is enough. See, civil service examination of UPSC will be having a syllabus. Okay, those will be of let me give an example, like in Indian history, geography, polity, economics, and other few other like basic science and environment and ecology, then current affairs for preliminary examinations. So before, like this are the right, this you need to learn a lot of concept, you have to gain a lot of knowledge. If you are good at memorizing means you are having time, you learned everything, you memorized everything, then you will be able to clear the examination. But now what they are expecting is you should be having the analytical ability also, like problem solvings. That's why the CSAT has came, civil service aptitude examination, in which there will be like comprehension, numerical abilities, question based on numerical abilities, aptitude questions, reasoning questions, those will be there. That's what they are meaning. See, two papers are there, right? What are all they? General studies paper 1, two papers, paper 1 and paper 2. Paper 1 will be of general studies. Paper 1 test test the candidate's knowledge of current events. Okay, in civil service examination, reading newspaper is an important thing. Getting to know about the current world, what is happening at present, current awareness is very important. So if you are an UPSC aspirant, civil service aspirant, you should daily read newspaper, especially the editorial. Okay, you can follow press information, press bureau information, Indian press bureau information says that, right? You can follow that one. You can read newspaper and many other sources are there. You should be aware of the current awareness. It will test the candidates knowledge on current events, the history of India and the Indian national movement. Okay, then Indian and the world geography, the Indian polity, Panchayati Raj system and governance, then economic and social development, then environmental ecology, biodiversity, climate change and general science, then art and culture. These are all the, like, some of the subject, these are all the subject of paper 1 option. Okay, of prelims. Then there is general studies paper 2, which is also called as CSAT, civil service aptitude test. Okay, the civil service aptitude test is that, right? This test, it tests the candidate's skill in comprehension. Comprehension, what is comprehension? To read a passage and understand those things. Okay, that is comprehension. Or you should be able to write that skills and all. Writing, like based on word you should be able to explain, and based on word you should be able to understand what is given in that para or sentence. Then interpersonal skill, communication, logical reasoning, analytical ability, decision making, problem solving, basic numeracy, data interpretation, English language. Okay, then English language comprehension skill, and then mental ability. This all comes under CSAT. It is qualifying, and the marks obtained in this paper are not counted for merit. Okay, however, the candidate must score a minimum of 33% in this paper to qualify for the prelims examination. What does they mean here? See, in mains examination there is paper 1 and paper 2, both are of 200 marks. Okay, paper 1 will happen in the morning session, paper 2 will be happening in the afternoon session. In that, paper 2 is of qualifying in nature only, which means if you out of the 200 mark, what is 33 percentage of the 200 mark? More than 66 percentage. If you are able to get that, means then you qualified the paper 2. Okay, it doesn't mean that like even say that someone has got 200 out of 200, but you got 180 or 180 or 150 out of 200. That doesn't matter, because it is of qualifying in nature only. You got more than 66 out of 200 in paper 2. Okay, that is enough. Now they will evaluate the paper 1 mark. In that, now you say like some other person has got 198, and you have got 180. In that, the merit plays a role to get selected in the mains examination. Don't worry, like nobody, like I'll that much high mark, like getting 150, 180, 198, like it won't be like that at all. It will be like based on the examination difficulty, other people, peer competition, and they will keep the cutoff mark accordingly. Okay, by the cutoff mark itself, you will get to know whether you what is your mark, what is the cutoff mark, you got eligible or not, like got more, got to the next phase or not. Okay, now it changes. um, Now let's come to the mains. Okay, now I explained about the preliminary examination. Now let's come to the mains examination. The civil service mains examination consists of written examination and interview. It has written examination and interview. Okay, like after mains examination, personality test will be there. Okay. Mains examination. The civil service mains written examination consists of 9 papers. Okay, 2 qualifying and 7 ranking in nature. 2 are qualifying in nature and 7 are ranking in nature, which through which they will rank you to put in merit. 2 are qualifying. The range of questions may vary from just 1 mark to 60 marks. Okay, in mains. 20 words to 600 words answers. Like you will be asked to answer in 20 words, for some in 600 words. Marks also change accordingly. Each paper is of a duration of 3 hours. Out of the 9 paper, each paper is of a duration of 3 hours. Candidates who pass qualifying papers are ranked according to the marks, and a selected number of candidates are called for interview or personality test at the commission's discretion. Okay, 2 are qualifying in nature. If you qualify, that means okay, then they will evaluate the other paper, and then based on the merit, they will call you for the personality test. According to the new marks allocation in civil service examination 2013, there are some changes made in the examination according to the suggestion of Professor Arun S. Nigwekar committee. However, after some controversy, the question qualifying papers for Indian language and English were removed. Okay, these are all additional information which has been written here. Okay, so come list of languages. Okay, the examination is a list of languages, means it's not that you will be asked only to like you will be said like you should write in English. They have given options. Okay, like the examination is available in the following language with the name of the script in parentheses. Okay, like this has been given here. I'm going to read that. One is Assamese, Bengali. I will say the script also. Script means through that script only that language derived kind of thing. Okay, Assamese script, Bengali script, Bodo Devanagari script, Dogri Devanagari script, English script, Gujarati script, Hindi Devanagari script, Kannada script, Kashmiri Persian script, Konkani Devanagari script, Maithili Devanagari script, Malayalam script, Manipuri Bengali script, Marathi Devanagari script, Nepali Devanagari script, Odia script, Punjabi Gurumukhi script, Sanskrit Devanagari script, Santali Devanagari or Alchiki script, Sindhi Devanagari or Arabic script, Tamil script, Telugu script, Urdu Persian script. In this languages and all are available. Okay, list of languages. Okay, the paper A of Indian language will not, however, be compulsory for candidates hailing from the states of Arunachal Pradesh, Manipur, Meghalaya, Mizoram, Nagaland, and Sikkim. Okay, these are all the things given. Now let's come to the marks of the mains examination. These are all the things I'm saying about the mains. In the mains, the different language options which has been given for candidates to apply for. It doesn't mean that you have to write only in one language. You can write in your mother tongue language or any other language which you feel comfortable or in which you want to write in. Okay, first paper A. What is paper A? I said right, two paper are in qualifying nature. They are paper A and paper B, and there are 7 other papers. I will say about those things. The two qualifying nature paper is of 300 marks. The paper A is one of the Indian language listed below, like which I said. I said the languages, right? Those languages to be selected by candidates from the language listed in the 8th schedule of the 8th schedule to the Constitution of India, Okay, those languages are there in the 8th schedule of Constitution of India. In those languages you will be needing to write. Second will be of English. Okay, both these are qualifying in nature out of 300 marks. Now let's come to the other 7 papers. The first paper will be essay, which will be of 250 mark. Remaining every other paper, 7 paper is of 250 mark only, except for the qualifying which is of 300. All the 700 ranking paper are 250 marks. First paper is essay. Second paper is general studies. What are all coming in this syllabus of general studies 1? Second paper is of general studies 1, and it consists of Indian heritage and culture, history and geography of the world and society. This is paper 1. Paper 2, general studies 1. Then paper 3, which is general studies 2. The syllabus of this is, subject of this is governance, constitution, polity, social justice and international relations. These are all general studies 2 paper. It is a paper 3. Now come to paper 4, which is general studies 3. It consists of technology, economic development, biodiversity, environment, security and disaster management. This is of general studies 3, which is paper 4. Then there is paper 5, which is general studies 4, ethics, integrity and aptitude. See, ethics, integrity and aptitude will be general studies 4, paper 5. Okay, ethics will play a crucial role in administration, because many problems will come, many issues will come, many decision making situations will come, and each and every decision should be made in an ethical way. One thing is, everybody should be a virtuous person, especially civil servants should be a virtuous person. So you are preparing for a civil service examination, the first quality is virtue. Then while making decision, there should be ethics, like you should be virtuous and ethically you should make the decisions. And what helps in making these decisions? Knowledge, aptitude, awareness. So that's why the syllabus is designed accordingly. Nothing which you are preparing for UPSC is useless. Everything, each and everything is important, from starting to end. Everything, the syllabus is very very important, which will be very very necessary for you to perform your duty once you get selected for the post. Even if you don't want to join, these things will be very very helpful for you if you learn these things and follow an ethical and virtuous lifestyle. Then paper 6 and paper 7. Okay, two papers on one subject to be selected by the candidate from the list of optional subject below of 250 marks for each paper. Okay, there will be 2 optional paper which you should select. Okay, 2 papers on one subject to be selected by the candidates from the list of the optional subject, which means one optional subject you will select and there will be 2 papers on that, each will be of 250 marks. Okay, so the total of the mains mark is of 1750 of written mains examination. Of the 9 papers, the total mark is 1750. Then there will be personality test, which is interview. That mark will be 275. Okay, total is of 2025. Okay, here a doubt may come to you. Say that you are very intelligent, you are able to learn everything, you are good in aptitude, but say that you are not behaving, or your personality is not virtuous. Then you are thinking that the written examination is of 1750, personality interview is only 275, total is 250, that you will score out of 1750 you are eligible, you are so confident that you will score 1700 itself. But practically, like while doing that, I don't think that is that much possible, because people who have scored more when compared to the other person in mains examination, and person who has went for the personality test, say that two person A and B are there, A has scored more than B, but B has went for the personality test, A has also went. And there are cases where the B's person's mark will total mark may be more, because personality test plays a major role in selecting the mark, because the difference, each and every mark difference plays a major role here. Personality is very very important. Okay, in civil service and in general life also, personality plays a major role, based on like what like how others treat you. Everything depends on the your personality only. So have a good virtue, have a good personality. Okay, now come. The paper A on Indian languages will not, however, be compulsory for candidates hailing from the states of Arunachal Pradesh, Manipur, Meghalaya, Mizoram, Nagaland, and Sikkim. List of languages. Okay, this I have explained first. I said the languages and the script in that. Now, optional subjects. See, I said the subject available paper 6 and 7 are optional subjects. You have to select one of the subject. So that can be any subjects based on this list. Okay, I will say the list subjects. One is, first is, I'm starting from agriculture. Agriculture is an optional subject. Or animal husbandry and veterinary science is an optional subject. Anthropology. Anthropology means the scientific study of humanity that crosses biology, society, and other things related to human anthropology. Then there is botany is an optional. Chemistry is an optional subject. Civil engineering is an optional subject. Commerce and accountancy is an optional subject. Economics is an optional subject. Electrical engineering is an optional subject. Geography is an optional subject. Geology is an optional subject. History is an optional subject. Law is there. Literature of any one of the Indian languages listed above. I said right, the languages. Yeah, literature in any of those can be an optional subject. Management can be an optional subject. Mathematics can be an optional subject. Mechanical engineering is there. Medical science is there. Philosophy is there. Physics is there. Political science and international relation is there. Psychology is there. Public administration is there. Sociology is there. Statistics is there. And zoology is there. These are all the optional subjects which are available. You can choose any one of the optional subject according to your convenience. Okay. And see, there is one thing. There will be weightage also to the optional subject which you choose. That UPSC will decide based on their need, their discretion, their jurisprudence. They are seasoned, skilled people. They are in that position because of their seasoned skillness and their personality themselves. Okay, they are selecting the people who are appearing for the civil service examinations, right? So they know way much better, because they have been seasoned also. Okay, so these are all the things which I wanted to say about the civil service examination. Hope you would have got some clarity regarding what is UPSC civil service examination, what are all the posts there, like say IAS, IPS, and other posts. What are the Group B and Group B posts? I explained those things. What is the age criteria? What is the nationality criteria? What is the educational criteria? And about the examination, I explained. I hope this would have given you a clarity. I explained it through the internet sources. Okay, I hope this would have helped you in getting or starting you in your preparation in UPSC. It would have given you an awareness. Study well for civil service examination. Okay, see, I will say one thing about UPSC civil service examination. It is not a sprint race, but it is a marathon. Okay, your people who continuously try, who continuously learn, who imbibe the knowledge, develop their virtue, everything will be able to succeed. But it is a marathon. And there is another catch is also here in UPSC civil service examination. There are variety of syllabus. History is there, geography is there, polity is there, economic is there, uh, political science, environment and ecology, general science, basic science are there. So each and every person will be having different interest in many other things. Say that you got interest in history and you are diving deep into history. One person got much more interested in geography and much more diving into the geography. Okay, that in-depth knowledge, like you're not going to, you don't have to do a PhD to clear UPSC in a particular subject. Okay, what is the eligibility to get to be a graduate, to hold a degree? That is the eligibility, and the other listed subject are needed to perform the duty of civil service examination, I mean civil services. Like that's why the syllabus is designed accordingly to the nature of duty which you will be doing, which you will be needing while performing your duty. So it is like a, one is civil, preparing for civil service is a marathon, which means it is a long run, not a sprint. Sprint is, say that 100-meter sprint, you need to run fastly, and but it will stop in 100 meters. Based on the speed, they will declare who won, who finished first. But it is a marathon, which means you have to run a long race. Okay, in that you should hold your stamina, you should hold your courage, you should hold your determination, you should have confidence. Many things will happen in your life, it will happen in this long journey, in the preparation it may happen, but you should hold on to your confidence and you should prepare. First, you should make sure that you are capable enough for this post. You should be knowing that that you are able to do this or not. Then everything comes positive, then you should start running the marathon by holding to your stamina, determination, and it is a long run. You should keep on to that. This is of that marathon category. Then it is like crossing the river. Say that there is a stream and the river is deep. Okay, see, this is the top level of the river and it is of this much deep. And in this level, like each and every category is there. One category is history, geography, polity, and environment and ecology and other things. You have to cross, I mean swim and cross to the other end. From A end to B end you have to swim and cross. If you cross, that is enough. But if you are getting interested in any of part of that river, and if you are wanting to go dive deep, means that doesn't play much of a role in this civil service examination, because you are not doing PhD going deep and deep into that subject. All you need to know is the thing which is sufficient to know for the UPSC. Say that you are learning history, you are going for the ancient history, medieval history, and modern history, other things. Okay, you will be learning some part of the world history also, but the much focus should be of the Indian history. Say that you got interested in American history and you got engaged in history, you got interested in American history. There is no point of you learning in depth about the whole American history, because much of a question will not be asked about the American history, but it will be asked about the Indian history and general world history. So that's what I am saying about swimming across from point A to point river is important, then going deep into that. Okay, So prepare smartly, prepare wisely, prepare consistently, and even if you don't want to go and join into any of the civil service exam post, I would suggest you to learn about the read the syllabus of the civil service and get to know about the content of the civil service syllabus, like learn about history and polity, economic, general and science, which will be an eye-opening subject for you. It will be very nice. The journey will be very nice. Okay, and that's what I wanted to say. uh, Contents I took from the internet, from Wikipedia and other sources. Okay, like mainly from Wikipedia, and a few other knowledges which I got from the internet. So I hope this video would have been very helpful to you. If you have any doubts or if you want to say anything, kindly comment in the comment section. Okay, thank you. All the best.